guys, and welcome back to the Cassie project. So this week's video we're going to do a duo of books. We've got my Wreck This journal and a couple of pages from my reverse colouring book. So if you haven't seen my videos on the reverse colouring book, you can do that by clicking one of the links above. I can't ever remember which corner it's supposed to be. And basically, instead of us colouring in the lines, we put the lines in. The reason that I decided to do my reverse colouring book is because I saw a page in my Wreck This journal which was very appropriate. Colour this page red on purpose. So I thought I would make my own reverse colouring page on this 2-page spread, and then I can do the line work on it. So I thought I could, you know, bring these two books together and do a bit reverse colouring and make my own reverse colouring page as well. First things first, we need to warm up. We always need to warm up. So let's go over to the reverse colouring book and pick a page out of the book. So I've decided to start with, I'm just going to do a simple floral one. A lot of them just remind me of flowers, and it does get me warmed up seeing something quite visible on the page. So I'm going to go in with the line work on this one, and then I think we'll move on to Wreck This journal and create our own colouring page. So keep watching to find out what I do with that. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel and share this video with friends. It really helps me out. So let's get straight on to the line work. I'm just doing my usual. I'm going in with a 0.8 to start with and just finding those flowers, and I found some little bees in there as well, which I thought were adorable, so I really tried to make them stand out a little bit. But then I decided to go in with my brush pen to bring those flowers out. I then used my Posca paint markers just to add a little bit more interest, and I was feeling really creative at this point. Okay, so now we've warmed up, we're going to move on to Wreck This journal. So I'm going to get a variety of different reds out. I've got a lot of reds and pinks and oranges. You know, I'll try and pick the ones closest to the red. So we've got lots of different reds on the page to make it more interesting for us. And then we've just got to see what comes out. So you've got to try and almost blindfold yourself and just let the colour set on the page, because otherwise you kind of want to plan. Now just sit and relax for a minute and take in this creativity. We need to do this more. No thinking, just doing and enjoying the process. Just letting the paintbrushes do what they wanted to do. No plan, no thinking. Beautiful. So I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to move on to another page in my reverse colouring book. Now I've been having a little browse of the different paintings in here that we can do the line work in, and I saw this one which I thought was quite interesting. What am I ever going to be able to do with this page? It's a rainbow of colour, which is very enjoyable, but what do you do with that? I can't see anything, you know, there's nothing visibly there. And then it just reminded me of, you know sometimes you have those stock images where you've got like a rainbow of fruit and vegetables. That's what it reminds me of. Would I be able to do that? Now my daughter will be very happy that it is a pure rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Mwah. So that's what I did. I added yellow fruits and vegetables, green, blue, purple, orange, red. And I ended up with something like this, which was just a little bit boring, and I weren't really sure what to do at this point because I didn't want to ruin all the fruit and vegetables that I did. So then I went a little crazy and got my Posca paint marker out and just coloured in the whole of the background behind all the vegetables, and it transformed it. into this really cool piece, and I'm so pleased that I did it. So my colouring page is finally dry, so now we need to go in with the line work. I'm going to gather up a few different fine liners and try and work out what I can see. This was an interesting one because I couldn't actually see anything in particular apart from these few balloons. So I added the balloons in there for fun, but the rest of it I just went round all the different shades of colour basically, and it turned out like this big fantastic celebration of colour and fun. And yeah, there was no planning involved with this line work. I just went with the flow. Now what was really helpful was going to the front of the reverse colouring book and using the examples that she gives in the book. So as you can see here, I've got a fine liner, more fine than the fine liner that I was using, and I went round the lines that I'd already created really messily, and I absolutely loved how that turned out. I then used a lot of the other techniques that she suggested, like the lines, the swirls, the dots, and I just loved it. What she recommends is absolutely fantastic. I used a bit of bleed proof white, and I loved adding those little swirls around the lines that already existed. So I had a massive load of fun with this one without planning it or being precise. So there you have it. There is my beautiful pages. I'm so proud of every single one of them. I think they're all so unique, and the main thing, I just enjoyed the process so much with this one. So do try it out yourselves. Carry on watching more videos, and please do subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next week. Bye.